Yo, it's No Face, No Case, and today we got Lil Baby exposed by Morant.
So there's a viral video of you talking to Lil Baby.
Where you at?
Like midtown.
All right, I'm gonna see what I'm gonna be doing in a little minute.
But I ain't never got no pictures and video now.
You did. You want me to send you the screenshot?
Please.
All right.
Yeah. How does one get to talk to Lil Baby?
Well, he texted me on Twitter, on Instagram, and basically told me he wanted me.
Right.
Yeah, so it was like that for like 2 years.
Oh, this has been going on.
Yeah.
Okay.
And so 2 years, and then we finally linked.
Okay. So what happened when y'all lived?
I pulled up with my baby daddy in the car.
Okay.
Mind you, me and my baby daddy were already arguing. We're already beaten, so for y'all be like, oh, why you pulled up with your baby daddy? We were already arguing. So he was looking at a Mitch in the car beside us before we had pulled up. And I didn't like that shit. So I was like, I'm gonna go pull up on you.
Right.
Right.
Okay.
And then I pulled up on the nigga. But he didn't know where I was going.
Okay. So
He didn't know who I was pulling up on.
when you pulled up on him, what happened after that?
I got out the driver's side.
Okay.
So when he lifted the garage, we pulled up to like some little janky ass, I don't know what the fuck it was. So he lifted the garage and he was like, come in. And I got out the driver's side. So he knew somebody had to switch with me. And that's when he was like, oh, who are you in the car with? And I said, my baby daddy. And he didn't like that. He was like, why? And yeah. I don't see no problem with it.
Now, okay, let's.
Now, if you don't know who Morant is, that's who you see on my screens in the back. She basically a little OnlyFans jump. There goes. She got that jaw. That's why she calls herself Morant. Now, let me holler at Lil Baby right quick. See, here's the thing. This is how you get backdoored. Shorty said she pulled up to Lil Baby with her baby daddy in the car. That's a no-no. Reason being, he could have been there, decided to rob you. He could have called somebody, hopped on the motherfucking jack, set you up, right? Could have had some niggas pull up and straight up lay up on you, right? And wait for you to leave, run up in your spot. They know where you at. They could run up in there while you in there. They could follow you somewhere. It could be any and all the above. This is a fucked up situation waiting to happen. Niggas gotta learn the game and learn to control theyself. This is not how you get with a jump like this. You need jumps that's in network. Now, before I explain in network, let me tell you rappers how to get jumps like this. If she in the A and you in the A and you know you're going to the club, or if you booked at the club, what you do is you had a promoter book her as well. And while y'all both in the club, you send a kite. You send your homeboy, your security over there to get her. And they take her cell phone, have her come holler at you, and you set it up from there. Make sure she, if she leaving with you, make sure she don't bring that cell phone. Because what ends up happening is shit like this. She get online, she done made a video of you, etc., etc. But you avoid that by getting one of the homies to confiscate, or the security to confiscate the motherfucking phone, so that this type of shit does not happen. You do not want a little thotty like this attached to your name, because the first thing they're going to do is get on the internet and try to clout chase or try to expose you. And it's not even worth it, because number one, she not all that. And number two, you can find any old junk to come up off some good net. That's facts. So here's the thing. If you all notice, the majority of NFL players, NBA players, and rappers fuck with the same little jumps. Everybody always say, hey man, why they always fucking with the same girls? Like, for example, I'll use like Bernice Burgos or Chinese Kitty, because they are in network. When I say they in network, what I'm referring to is They are in a network of other hoes that are run by madams and pimps, right? And so the reason I know this is because I buy floor seats at multiple basketball games. I know some of these madams and I know some of these pimps. If you notice, you never seen Bernice Burgos expose any basketball player or any rapper because she in network. She already been certified and vetted. So what happens is, let's just say you were to sign up or, get drafted to the NBA. Your agent is going to tell you, like, look, you got to watch out for the girls. Let me introduce you to this madam. A madam is a woman that has a roster of girls that she works with. So, like Bernice Burgos, she has a price. Chinese Kitty, she got a price. So what they do is they set it up. They let you know, all right, this is the price. This is what they with, et cetera, et cetera. And, you pay the money. And then what ends up happening is, you link up with them and there's no social media attached to that shit. They not going to air your dirty laundry, none of that shit, because it's a business. But these little random Instagram Jones that you see online and then niggas is like, oh yeah, I'm trying to get with that joint right there. She get that chewing. These the ones that's going to expose you because they not in network. So Lil Baby got to get with the right folks, and I'm pretty sure he know him, you know what I'm saying? But he just happened to see a John on X on Instagram and trying to see what she talking about. But there's ways to get with these Jones. This is not the way. You do not hit them up on Instagram. You don't hit them up on Twitter or X. You don't do none of that shit. You got to catch them out in the club. You got to book them for a club appearance and get them that way. Or like I said, you got to be in network. You got to get them in the network. So let this be a learning experience. If you high level and you watching this ain't how you do it. This is how you leave your back door open. This how you get robbed. This how you get set up. Not only to be shot and killed, but just anything could happen. You gotta protect the money and the image. The all my bag chasers. You gotta stay protected. So at the end of the day, get in network or you got to run the game a certain way because what they end up doing is like what you see here, sitting on the couch, doing an interview about you, telling people, all your dirty laundry. So it's a certain way you got to do it. And Lil Baby was caught slipping. Hopefully he learned from this because this right here could have ended badly. But anyway, make sure you all like, comment, subscribe, and keep it locked. No face, no case. I'm out.